what have you heard in terms of children who went missing, who died, who were unaccounted for on the grounds or from survivors?
Well, early research has told us that there's roughly between 30 and 50 that they have found evidence that there was deaths at this school, which, that's just the early research. There's a lot of gaps in the records from when the school operated from 1828 to 1970, so it's a long period of time, over 140 years. Is the longest running one, so we do anticipate that there will be probably higher numbers, just because of that gap in some of the record keeping. And then of course there's the stories of the babies that were born here as well. So yeah, I think, out of those 30 to 50 deaths, that's also been one of the concerns is where are the graves of those children, because that's not entirely certain either. As you may have heard, there were allegations of sexual abuse at this school, and so the female students becoming pregnant at this school, and there was actually a case of some children who had caught ailments that were symptomatic of syphilis, which caused great concern to a local women's group here in Brantford early on, who raised concerns in the 1940s, wondering, well, how would children get syphilis? So I think those accounts have, and then I've heard survivors tell us that they remember stories of girls becoming pregnant and then wondering what happened to the babies that were born. When I talk to survivors, in the last few weeks that this has all been happening, there are stories we've heard over the years, and either way, I think what they're also saying too is it needs to be investigated to find out the truth either way. If there aren't any, there aren't any. If there are, we'll have to deal with that. But that's something that, everyone just wants to have that sort of, let's find out, let's uncover the truth, and sort of hopefully try to bring some closure.
Do you anticipate on the 29 acres of the ground finding unmarked graves?
Stories have indicated that there are some on the grounds, but we also have to acknowledge that this is the third building, and this is not the original site of the original two previous schools. They were further up the street, so those properties have to be looked at. And we've also heard stories of possible graves at adjacent farmers' fields.